Mohan was a hardworking man who earned his livelihood through sheer dedication. Despite living a modest life, he had a heart full of compassion. Always ready to help others, he was admired by everyone in the village for his honesty and kindness. Helping those in need was second nature to him, and he never hesitated to share what little he had. Whether it was a hungry stray dog wandering into the fields where he worked or a passerby in need, Mohan never turned anyone away. He would feed the dog from his own lunchbox or share his meal with the traveler. While his deeds earned him the love of the villagers, they often left his wife, Sunita, frustrated. "Your generosity is leaving our household empty," she would complain. "You need to think about yourself and your family too." Mohan, however, would always respond with a calm smile, saying, "Sunita, an empty stomach is the greatest enemy anyone can face. If we can help ease someone's suffering, why shouldn't we? God watches over us and will provide for us in return." One afternoon, as Mohan rested at home after a tiring morning in the fields, a frail voice called out at the door. It was an old wandering monk, his voice weak and trembling. Sunita, hearing the call, peeked through the window. "Oh no," she muttered under her breath, "another one. The kitchen is going to be empty again." Mohan paid no attention to her grumbling and went to see who it was. Opening the door, he found the monk standing there, his clothes tattered and face lined with exhaustion. Beads of sweat covered his forehead, and he seemed to have walked a long way. Mohan greeted him warmly and invited him into the courtyard. "Please sit, Baba. I'll get you some water," he said. The monk nodded weakly and sat down. Mohan hurried inside, fetched a jug of water, and offered it to him. The monk drank deeply, and a sense of relief washed over his tired face. "Son," the monk said, his voice barely above a whisper, "I haven't eaten in 2 days. If you could spare some food, I would be deeply grateful." Mohan immediately rushed to the kitchen. However, when he looked around, he realized there was barely anything to eat. The only food available were 2 flatbreads that Sunita had prepared for his lunch. Without hesitation, he picked them up and started toward the courtyard to offer them to the monk. Before he could leave, Sunita stopped him. "What are you doing?" she asked angrily. "These flatbreads are for you. If you give them away, what will you eat? Let the monk go to another house and ask for food. We can't afford to keep giving away everything we have. If we run out of food, who will help us?" Mohan listened patiently to her outburst. Then in a calm voice he said, "Sunita, a hungry stomach cannot wait. This monk hasn't eaten in 2 days. If we don't feed him, what will happen to him? God will make sure we are provided for. But right now, he needs these flatbreads more than I do." Sunita's voice had been loud enough for the monk to hear, but he remained silent, waiting for Mohan to return. Ignoring Sunita's protests, Mohan walked past her, carrying the flatbreads to the monk. "Baba," he said, placing the food before him, "please eat. This is the best we have to offer." The monk, too famished to speak, ate the flatbreads in silence and drank more water. A serene calmness returned to his face as he finished. After a moment of rest, he stood up to leave. Calling Mohan over, he said, "Son, come here." Reaching into his bag, the monk pulled out a golden bowl. It shone brightly, catching the sunlight. Handing it to Mohan, he said, "Take this. It is yours now." Mohan was stunned. "Baba," he said, "I can't accept this. It belongs to you." The monk smiled kindly. "This bowl was given to me as alms by a king last week," he explained. "But it has no use for me. I've been searching for someone who truly deserves it, and today I found that person. This bowl is a reward for your selflessness and good deeds. Remember, karma is the true religion. Your actions of helping others without expecting anything in return have not gone unnoticed. Keep doing your good work, and you will always be blessed." The monk continued, "This bowl is merely a symbol of your virtue. Use it wisely, but don't let it change who you are. Your kindness and generosity will not only bring you happiness but also blessings for your family. With these words, the monk departed, leaving Mohan standing at the door, holding the golden bowl. Tears welled up in his eyes as he watched the monk disappear down the road. In that moment, he silently resolved to continue helping others, no matter the challenges he faced. The story reminds us that selfless deeds are always rewarded in some form or another. Karma is the truest form of religion. Helping others without expecting anything in return brings joy and fulfillment. Let's strive to perform good deeds and inspire others to do the same.